We have a picture of high intelligence, color-coded planners, and pristine desks. But the reality often involves nocturnal schedules, unstructured environments, and apparent chaos. Society observes these traits and diagnoses a failure. We label a messy workspace as laziness, late nights as poor time management, and a lack of conformity as social awkwardness. Psychology research identifies these behaviors as cognitive optimization strategies. They occur when the brain prioritizes internal processing depth over external appearance. Take the physical workspace. Because we equate a clean desk with mental discipline, external clutter is frequently misread as a sign of mental fatigue. This diagram compares linear thought to a complex neural network. Cluttered workspaces stimulate the brain to navigate multiple information streams and make remote associations that a more rigid environment would filter out. A chaotic desk provides the physical scaffolding for these associations, mapping disorganized external points to interconnected internal concepts. While most people adhere to traditional 9-to-5 schedules, highly intelligent individuals often gravitate toward the deep hours of the night. This nocturnal shift functions as environmental hacking. Operating when the world is quiet removes the sensory and social interference that typically interrupts the processing of complex data. We see another processing hack in the habit of talking to oneself, a behavior often dismissed as a sign of instability. Psychologists call this self-directed speech. It acts as an active upgrade to working memory by turning abstract thoughts into tangible auditory information. Through the production effect, vocalizing a thought gives it a tangible form. This process funnels abstract feelings through the auditory cortex, forcing the brain to organize ideas into a structured sequence that accelerates problem solving. Individuals muttering to themselves are systematically controlling their own auditory inputs to sharpen their focus and clarify their logic. We see a similar mechanism in strategic procrastination. Traditional productivity metrics view any delay in starting a task as a failure of willpower. Deliberate delay allows the brain's active focus regions to dim, shifting the load to the default mode network. This network runs critical background simulations while the conscious mind is elsewhere. Pushing a decision back gives this system the necessary window to gather and synthesize peripheral data that isn't accessible during periods of intense, direct focus. This extended background processing prevents the brain from prematurely selecting an inferior, surface-level solution before it has fully explored every remote connection. This drive for depth explains why high IQ individuals compulsively question obvious facts and seek out extended periods of solitude. Highly active brains automatically scan for underlying patterns and hidden connections. This constant analysis consumes massive amounts of cognitive energy. Because small talk and crowded rooms saturate the nervous system with irrelevant data, physical isolation becomes the necessary fuel required for deep work. Solitude acts as a cooling system for an overstimulated network, allowing the brain to recover the energy it needs for its next period of synthesis. When viewed collectively, these 6 habits reveal a specific psychological architecture. A specialist is typically represented as a single vertical line, deep in one field but fragile if that field changes. These nocturnal, messy, and solitary habits build something else entirely. By refusing to pick a single lane and constantly gathering data from disparate sources, the brain builds multiple pillars of depth. These pillars are connected by a bridge of curiosity that runs beneath all of them. This M-shaped mind uses the bridge to synthesize connections across fields that standard specialists see as unrelated. If you operate in the quiet of the night, surrounded by a messy desk, arguing with yourself out loud, you are running an M-shaped system. Your brain operates at a frequency that standard societal rules were never designed to handle.